How do you pick the best elementary school for your child? Whether you're choosing a public, charter, or private school, careful planning is a must. Remember, you're looking for a school that will make the educational experience for your child and you as rewarding as possible. Today, I want to share with you a list of questions and facts that will guide you through these exciting moments of choosing the best kindergarten for your kid. I will share my research and how I chose the school for my son. Stay tuned!
Now we'll go to a big boy school.
The right school for your child can make all the difference in his or her successful academic career. In some cases, they might indeed the public school down the street, while other children may need a different environment to facilitate their learning process most effectively. First, what you need to do is to gather information about schools. Go to greatschools.com and check school statistics and ratings. Ask about schools your neighbors and local parents in groups on Facebook. Why did they choose this school? What do they think is great? Ask them if the secretary is helpful and friendly and if they're happy with their kids' teachers. Parents usually have all the relevant information and are glad to share their opinions. Step number 2, go to school open house event. It is better to go to prepared with a list of questions. What is your first impression there? Does it look child-friendly, child-oriented, or principal talks only about school's ratings and how the teachers are amazing? Don't be shy, ask as many questions as possible. How many kids in the classroom? What is the full capacity? What courses does the school offer in addition to core subjects? It might be, for example, STEM, media, art, physical education, music, and others. Don't forget to ask about homework policy. Does it match your expectation for how much homework your child should do?
Homework? What homework?
Some elementary schools follow no homework policy. Some of them encourage minimum homework, like 10-15 minutes a day, and I'm familiar with some schools that send students home with tons of homework, reading, math, projects that might be very challenging to handle on a daily basis for both student and parent. Some parents like to be involved in academic process, volunteer, others do not. So good questions might be about expected parental involvement, as some programs encourage this more than others. Ask about school hours and take into consideration the distance from home. How far are you willing to drive your child to school? Even if you decide your child will ride on a school bus, long trips to and from school might limit the amount of time your child has for homework, after school activities, sports. Living far from school can also make it hard for your child to socialize with other kids from school, have play dates. Another important question might be about aftercare programs. Many schools offer after-school enrichment programs, which may add to overall experience, especially if you work full-time. Ask what extracurricular activities and clubs the school offers after school. How much does it cost? And check the total cost of the tuition in case your choice is private school. Check application requirements and deadlines. Find out the school's policy on helping children who are ahead, it might be gifted class as an option, and the policy on helping those who need extra help. A public school's IEP program can benefit kids with learning difficulties and disabilities. Sure, you want to pick up the school that's very attractive with all the newest technology, but looks aren't everything. Some schools may not have the latest technology, but they might have engaged and well-trained teachers who can bring out the best in the students. That includes kids with learning and thinking differences. You want your child to be safe and happy, right? Bullying is a real problem these days. Check if school has counseling program that helps to prevent and address behavioral problems. As a child prepares to be an active participant in the world, the importance of well-rounded education that focuses on the whole child is essential. Whole child approach, social emotional development, those phrases you want to see on school brochures and hear that from teachers. What they learn at this age in elementary school will stay with them for their whole life. And I'm not talking about academics. I'm talking about learning empathy for others, skills to manage emotions in anger and as well as frustration, skills to problem solving and finding friends. The teacher's role is to encourage students to grow in every area, to provide students with assistance and structure for attaining long-term success in all areas of their life. My son is going to start kindergarten this August, and since December I was doing my research and attending school tours. I checked a few private schools, charter schools and 2 public schools in my neighborhood. One private school was extremely expensive and I honestly didn't like attitude there. They wanted at least 2 recommendations for a kid entering kindergarten. I think it's insane to ask a recommendation letter for a 5-year-old. Another private school was great, but too far from home. 30 minutes intense driving each way every day, it's too much sacrifice. Taking into consideration they don't have after-school program. One public school was very STEM focused and talked just about STEM and how amazing their teachers are. Another school was more child-oriented. I felt they are more care for child multidisciplinary enrichment, that whole child approach that I talked about earlier. Of course I want my son to be smart in terms of academics, but also I want him to be curious, creative, caring, empathic and confident. You know more about your child than anyone else on this planet. That is why you are more qualified than anyone else to choose your child's education. So take a few minutes and think about your child. What are your hopes, dreams, and goals for your child? Who do you want your child to be? What matters most to you for your child's future? What are your child's strengths and weaknesses? Once you did your research and decided on schools, it is time to apply, fill out paperwork. Again, don't forget to check out deadlines and requirements. Consider applying to more than one school in case your child is not admitted to your first choice. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like my content and want to support my channel, please subscribe and hit like under this video. Bye bye. See you soon.